When is it okay to lie to our kids? Is it ever? The immediately thought and reaction to this would be no, absolutely not. But what are we doing when we tell our children about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy? I grew up in a family where we didn't really do the whole Santa Claus thing, and I personally feel like I was better off for it. The majority of the population tell their children that it's bad to lie, but in situations like these, there are always exceptions, right? Psychologist Melinda Moyer calls this an awfully convenient parenting crutch. What are some of the effects of raising your children in this way? Today I will share with you some of my reasoning for not raising your children under such a delusion. When I was a toddler, for some reason I had a big problem with the entire concept of Santa Claus. I would scream and cry at the Santas at the mall. One day I asked my parents why they would be so crazy as to let some stranger into our house every single year. It was really creepy to me. It got to be so bad that my parents just decided that it was not worth it to have me believe that for the next 5 or 6 years of my life. They decided to tell me the truth. But then I had a whole different kind of problem with the whole situation. So, parents all over the world are just lying to their children, I said. Are all adults just liars? Why is everyone lying? My parents had to explain some things to me after that. According to psychologist Christopher Boyle and mental health researcher Kathy McKay, writing in Lancet Psychiatry, they say that children's trust in their parents may be undermined by the Santa lie. The myth of Santa is used to control and/or adapt kids' behavior in a bribery sort of way. Pascal Emmanuel Gabri of Business Insider says that the Santa lie is used to control children. If you're good, you'll get presents, and if you're naughty, you won't. But really, has that ever worked? Another danger that can occur with perpetuating this Santa lie, according to psychologist Jared Piazza, encouraging belief in Santa could make it difficult for children to distinguish between fantasy and reality, possibly delaying their cognitive development. With these different made-up characters that we have kids believe growing up comes a lot of strings and baggage. Children either have a problem with these characters themselves or with the lies and the betrayal that comes after they find out the truth. Some children, when they find out the truth, have absolutely no reaction. They're totally fine with it. Others don't quite have that calm reaction. Shaylee Ann Scott tells the story of when her oldest son found out the truth. She says, "I can still remember the look on his face of dismay, confusion, sadness, and incredible anger when he discovered that I, the person he felt he could trust the most in the world, had lied to him. He looked directly at me with such sad, tear-filled eyes and said, 'I will never trust you again.'" Is perpetuating the Santa Claus myth really worth all this chaos and all this heartache? There's a much better way to go about keeping the holiday spirit alive during each Christmas season, and lying to your children just isn't one of them.